I made this bracer last year and I decided to draft patterns for a larger size and make a quick build. I cut my patterns, traced it on a 2mm foam and cut it. I took a black faux leather piece, traced the pattern, cut it and messed them up a bit so it would look worn out and used. Then I glued the foam pieces on it and trimmed the excess fabric. I glued the two top pieces together and painted everything brown. In the meantime, I cut scraps out of foam and by using the same technique, I made a belt. Set that aside for the end. Now the fun part. I scratched most of the surface, the edges and the collar. And then some heavy-duty distressing. I refreshed some of the paint and then dry brushed lighter tones on the edges for a more realistic look. Now you will notice these tiny studs around the bracer. I couldn't find anything that small, so I decided to use pinheads. I primed and painted the top, bent them carefully and inserted them into the bracer. Lined them up and covered them with foam. I cut small strips with a 45-degree angle out of 5mm foam and made the decorations on the top of the bracer. Now, the hardest part. I tried to trace the snake and eagle patterns and then sculpt them out of Thibra. This might take some time to perfect. I heat-shaped the bracer and then the Thibra decorations too. I painted all the details gold and glued them on the bracer with Superglue. You can use E6000 if you prefer, but it takes forever to dry and cure. Now the lowest part. I secured it on a foam scrap and glued it on the bracer. Lastly, the strap. And you're done. So, after I finished everything, I realized that this guy didn't have the stitch detail it was supposed to have. All you need for that is needle and a thin piece of wool. And to show how quick and easy it is, I set a timer and recorded it. And done. I hope you liked it. The tools and materials are listed in the description. Thanks for watching.